What's up, everybody? Nutty Sports Gamer here, dropping another video. This time it's episode 15 of the 40-year NBA sim. We are going to reach the playoffs by the end of this video. I know it seems hard to believe because it's February and the playoffs start in mid-April, and I have been taking my sweet time working my way through this season, but it's time to stop messing around and see who's actually going to win the damn championship this season. Don't you agree? So let's start by getting into some action early in February 1986. We're watching the Mavericks versus the 76ers. Bobby Jones making a rare bucket for the Sixers. Andrew Toney attempts a jumper. He misses. Tree Rollins passes it to Orlando Blackman in transition. He pulls up for the mid-range jumper and sinks it 111 to 108. 28 seconds left to go in the game. Brad Davis gets intentionally fouled right there. If he makes these free throws, the game is pretty much over, as there's 27 seconds left to go in the game. Brad Davis will indeed sink the shots from the charity stripe, and the final score is 115-108. Man, there are about 8 Mavericks in double digits. Wow. That's impressive. They are a well-balanced team, a great team that unfortunately play in the same conference and the same era as the Showtime Lakers. So that's bad. That's tough titties for them. I was gonna say something else. Tough. That's tough for them. But let's move on to Knicks Rockets. Man. Listen, I can only record these at the end of the night when I'm ready to go to bed. So, wild things can come out of my mouth at this hour. Gus Williams hailing the ball for the Rockets. He drives. He makes the shot. It's going to be a three-point play, possibly, if he makes this free throw. He does. This is the Knicks versus the Rockets playing in this particular game. Sleepy Floyd driving, missing, but Patrick Ewing makes the bucket. 111, 109, 117 left to go in the game. The Rockets have the ball. Olajuwon receives the pass, misses a shot, then gets the rebound and puts it back in there. Patrick Ewing now attempting free throws after getting intentionally fouled, I'm sure. Probably not, actually. It's too early for that. Only 56. I say only. There's 56 seconds left to go. And Patrick Ewing sinks those free throws. 113, 111. Hakeem, the Dream, passing it. Rockets playing hot potato. The ball makes its way to Ralph Sampson, and he makes the bucket. Tied at 113. Patrick Ewing misses the shot over Olajuwon, once again proving that Olajuwon, at this point at least, might be the better player. I'm sure there are those who would say that he just was the better player, period. And, you know, I can't disagree with that. Olajuwon receives the ball. Here's another example. Oh, he misses that. Okay. He misses that shot. Ewing with the rebound. The Knicks call a timeout. And after the timeout, let's see what they end up doing. Yikes. Bernard King attempts a deep three. It's an air ball, and the game was going to go into overtime. Did I say was going to go or is going to go? It's in overtime. 113 was the score. Now it's 115, 113 after Olajuwon scores that bucket. Is that Or to Sleepy Floyd. And it's back to a tie ball game. Ralph Sampson breaks the tie right there, making it 117, 115. Sleepy Floyd, with 3 seconds left to go in the shot clock, sinks the jumper, tying it back up. This is quite the tense back and forth as Hakeem makes his moves to get to the basket. 119, 117 Rockets. 3.5 minutes left to go in overtime. Patrick Ewing with the long two, and he sinks it. So Patrick Ewing has a bit of range that he's showing in his rookie season. And Bernard King also has range, at least not inside the arc, I should say. Ralph Sampson against Pat Cummings. That's just barbecue chicken right there. 121 all. 1 minute left to go in the game. Who's going to win this? Hakeem thinks it's going to be his team as he makes that bucket right there. Hakeem the Dream gets the ball back. Ensuing possession. He misses. Gets a rebound. Dunks the ball. And that game is going to be over. 125-121. The Rockets beat New York in MSG. If you recall the last video, the Knicks beat the Rockets with a game-winning shot from Bernard King. And this time around, Hakeem gets some payback. 33 points for Bernard King. Ewing with 31. 39 and 22 for Olajuwon. 22 rebounds, 39 points. That's pretty incredible. Check out these, I call them screenshots even though I'm moving things. Potential screenshots, I should say. I don't know a good shorthand for that, but potentials. I'll just call them screenshots. I think you understand what I mean when I say that. But, yeah, so that is it for that game. February 5th. Somehow we're going to get to the playoffs, folks. I promise you. We're not going to see the playoffs in this video, but we're going to get to the playoffs. But it's still only February 5th, and we're going to see some highlights between the 76ers and the Denver Nuggets. We are in Denver, Mile High Stadium. Mile High Stadium. Moses Malone gets that bucket. Obviously, we're not in Mile High Stadium. That'd be insane. Dan Issel, the missile, makes that shot right there. 116-114. So stupid. I believe that's Alex English with that shot. Yeah. It's kind of hard to tell the numbers on the Denver Nuggets jerseys, I gotta say. Issel makes that bucket. 118-116. Now Denver has the lead, actually, as Mo Cheeks handles things. Handling the ball, trying to make some moves. I think he's got Fat Lever on him. Passes it to Moses Malone. A great pass, and Moses Malone makes the bucket. So tied at 118 now. I believe this is going to come down to the last shot right here. Fat Lever's got the ball. I'd give it to Alex English. He's kind of like your guy. Oh my God! Wait, I gotta what just happened? I'm just gonna pause and then look at that again. So that was Fat Lever to Calvin Nat for the game-winning dunk to make it 120-118. Denver beats the 76ers. Alex English had 42 points. Man, Moses Malone had 40. Alex English, what is going on? How he's come out of nowhere to take over the league. Of course, the Nuggets are kind of a B tier team, or I don't know. I mean, they're a playoff team in the West, but they're kind of a 500 team, though. You know, they're not doing much more than that. But Alex English is playing fantastic, as we now are following the Washington Bullets versus Chicago Bulls. A Bulls bucket made it 119-115. Jeff Rulin gets the putback there to make it a 6-point game for the Bullets. And it was at John Paxson passing it to Gilmore. Remember, he was traded from the Spurs to the Bulls, which was not based on reality exactly, but just based on me wanting to see Artis Gilmore in these highlights. The Bullets respond with a bucket of their own, and now it's 123-117. I believe that is George Gervin with the bucket there, cutting the lead to 4. John Stockton misses that shot. Gilmore with the rebound. Isn't it nice to see Gilmore out there? He's going to retire in a year or two. I just want to see him. George Gervin gets the rebound and put back right there. 123-121. The Bulls are down by 2. 30 seconds left to go in the game. And Jeff Malone can't penetrate. He passes it to Cliff Robinson, and he draws the foul. After making the first free throw, Robinson is going to attempt to make this game slightly harder for the Bulls to come back from. If he makes this free throw, it'll be a 4-point game with 25 seconds left to go. And he indeed sinks the free throw, and that would be the end of the game. Rulin, Malone, and Robinson had over 20 or more points in the game. Dan Roundfield had 19. Stockton had 11 and 10 assists. He was 2 for 10. from the field, but still had a solid game, at least as a playmaker. And 128-123 was the final score. Bullets win. So let's see if we can get another Bullets game. They play the next day or the day after the previous game, and this time it's in Chicago. This might be a game we can jump into. Sure, I think we could do this. 151 left to go in the game. 113-111, the Bullets with the lead. John Stockton is hailing the ball. He's got George Gervin on him. He passes it to Jeff Rulin, who turns around with the jumper and makes a shot. 115-111 now, as the Bulls. Artis Gilmore receives the pass, makes the layup, cuts the lead to 2, but Jeff Rulin makes it a 4-point game yet again. Our George Gervin shoots it, misses. Bullets with the rebound. I believe that was Dan Roundfield with the rebound. John Stockton passing it to Rulin, who snakes his way down the baseline, guarded against, who's 33? Oh, Oldham. Oh, wow. Haven't seen him ever. I know he's on the Bulls, but yeah. Jawan Oldham, I believe, is his name. He got that rebound. George Gervin misses that shot. Jeff Rulin with the rebound, and this game is cooked. Final score 125-115. The Bullets win. So the Bullets are asserting their dominance against the Bulls with back-to-back victories. Back-to-back victories against them. Gervin had 26 points. Jordan only had 20. You know, it's funny. I forget. Jordan's a sophomore. He's in his second year in the league. And in reality, he only played like 8 games in the regular season or something like that. So, but it's still a shocker to see him not be the leading scorer for the Bulls. And check out all the players in double digits for the Bullets. Looks like about 7 with at least 12 points or more. So it was a team effort for the Bullets as they go on to win that game by 10 points. And now we recently saw the Nuggets and the Rockets. It's February 14th. Valentine's Day. Let's see if we can get a Nuggets-Rockets matchup here. I believe we saw them earlier in the season as well, but it's a fun matchup, and we're going to have some duplicates. Ralph Sampson, duplicate matchups, I should say. Ralph Sampson with that jumper makes it 95-94. Houston with the lead. Calvin Nat responds with a bucket, and then Nuggets take the lead back. Olajuwon with a wild shot, but he gets the rebound, of course, and dunks it. 1:05 left to go in the game. As Dunleavy handling the ball. Something happened to Gus Williams because he's not out there, I don't think. Actually, he is there. Just for some reason, Dunleavy is handling the ball. At least I think that's Dunleavy. Who else would it be? Gus Williams with the long runner. He misses, but Olajuwon puts that ball in the hoop, making it 99-96. The Nuggets missed that shot. Sampson with the rebound. He gets fouled, and that would be the end of that game. 101-98 is the final score. The Rockets win. Olajuwon with 30 and 16. Sampson with 20 and 11. And I do believe that was Dunleavy. My eyes might be deceiving me, but I believe that was who was handling the ball. I'm sure you guys have moved past it, and I'm still thinking about it. I'm like, who is that player? Should I go back and check? This is a 59-minute video. I really should just keep going, mistakes or not, because I need to go to bed. We're only at the 14-minute mark. I got to get through this. Celtics, Blazers. Blazers make the shot there to go up by 5 with 1:30 left to go. Larry Bird misses the shot right there. Kiki Vanderway with the rebound. He's running in transition. And he's passing it to Jim Paxson, whose brother's on the Bulls currently. He's going to get it to Valentine, who makes the bucket. 112-105. The Blazers have a 7-point lead. Again, the Bird, the Celtics cut into that. They do a little bit there. 5-point lead now. But Kiki Vandeweghe, I believe. Now I have to check. Okay, that was Kiki Vandeweghe with the shot right there. Blazers win 117-111. Listen, the deal is this. I like making these videos. I'm excited about the 40-year NBA sim. The problem is I have like a 1 hour time slot in my day where I can actually record. And so I don't know. You get kind of a mess of a video like this, I guess. But I'm trying to keep. I'm hoping my charisma, my charms. See, this is yeah. This is going really well. My charisma, my charms. I'm hoping that is enough to carry this video through, and also the great action on screen. I mean, Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins. This could be a fun game if we can jump into it. Please. Do I jump into this game? Please tell me I do. 2 minutes left to go. Thank God I do. Okay. Livingston gets a rebound there, and the Hawks are in transition. 106-104. And is that Wilkins with the alley-oop? Yes, it is. Of course it is. George Gervin misses a shot there. Hawks get the rebound. Can we get another fiery dunk? Wilkins, yes. I mean, why don't I jump into Hawks? Okay, the Hawks were really bad, and I'll show you shortly that they may not be as bad anymore, at least in this season. Woolridge with the shot there, making it 110-106. Foul. Jay Humphries is at the foul line. 34 seconds left to go in the game. He makes that shot, and that's pretty much it. I don't think the... Oh, rebound there. Bulls get the rebound. Let's see if they have any magic left in them for this game. The shot there falls, so it's 111-108. I don't even see Jordan out there. Who the heck? Wilkins gets fouled. 25 seconds left to go. He makes the first free throw and the second. Now it's got to be truly over. Oh, Jordan was out there, by the way. What is going on with me? 41 points for Dominique, and the Hawks win. And what I was talking about before, the Hawks have improved. I guess I'm not going to get to that quite yet, but as you'll see later in this video, the Hawks are starting to put together some sort of magical, miraculous playoff run that I wasn't expecting. And I'm sure you weren't expecting if you were following along with these videos, but we'll get into that. We'll get into that in a short bit. Dennis Johnson receives the ball here, misses that shot, but Bill Walton gets the putback. 105-102. It's the Celtics versus the Bucks. 1:30 left to go in this game. Yes, we jumped into a Celtics-Bucks game. Whenever these two teams are playing, of course, I want to see them. Want to see how this plays out. Sichting receives the ball there, passing it to Robert Parrish, and he makes that shot. 107-102. Celtic with a 5-point lead. Fleming to Terry Cummings. He's posting up. I believe that is McHale. He passes it off. Great defense, by the way. Great defense by McHale. But the Bucks do make that shot. I believe that's Moncrief with the shot right there. 107-104. 3 points left to go in 30 seconds left to go in the game. What's going on with me? Larry Bird makes that shot and could possibly get a 3-point play here because he got fouled making that shot. And he makes the free throw. So, yeah, 110-104. I believe the final score would be 112-110. It actually ended a lot closer than I would expect. Terry Cummings with 28 points. Larry Bird with 33. And that is that. I'm sorry. This video is such a mess. My narration is such a mess. But I'm going to try and pull it together. We're going to jump into a Bucks-Bulls game. 108-105 is the score. Vern Fleming gets his own rebound, makes that shot, making it 110-105 game. Bucks with the lead. 1 minute left to go now. Michael Jordan with the emphatic dunk, cutting the lead to 3. Terry Cummings receives the ball in the paint, makes that shot. Now it's 114-109 with 25 seconds left to go in the game. And John Paxson passing it to Jordan, and he sinks the mid-range jumper. 114-111, but the Bucks, they get an intentional foul, and Pierce misses that free throw, so it's not over. 114-111. Actually, it was over. I think the Bucks got their own rebound, and then they fouled, and then the Bulls fouled them. So, yeah, so it turned out to be over after all. 117-113 is the final score. And let's check out this Michael Jordan dunk once again. He like spreads his legs out too. Like he knows he's gonna have an awesome dunk, so he poses. He poses while he dunks. That's kind of I don't know if I'd call that unusual, but it's something. Definitely something. We actually have made it to March. March 6th, believe it or not, is where we're at. I actually tried to jump into a lot of games between February and March, and the games often would turn out to be blowouts. So, and I also was kind of rushing through February to get through the rest of the season. But we're in Mavericks. We're in a Mavericks Blazers game. Aguirre just made a shot to make it 103-100, and Aguirre has the ball again. He's going to miss that. Kiki Vandeweghe with the rebound. 103-100, 30 seconds left to go in the game. The Blazers, they got to act fast. Well, actually, they don't. 15 seconds left to go in the shot clock. 20 seconds left to go in the game. And looks like Kenny Carr makes that shot. 103-102. The Blazers foul with 15 seconds left to go, or 16 seconds left to go, I should say. Brad Davis gets fouled. Makes the first free throw. And then he misses the second, so it's 104-102. Let's see how the Blazers are able to finish this off. Valentine handling the ball. 10, 9, 8, 7. Let's see what he decides to do. He drives. He misses the bucket. And that's the end of the game. Final score 104-102. The Dallas Mavericks win that game. And you might jump into another Bulls game. I changed my mind. Looks like we're going to try and jump into yet another Nuggets-Rockets game. Again? Well, this better be a good one if this ends up being close. Let's see. 92-91. 156 left to go. Sure. Well, they're good teams. They're good teams. I support this. I mean, it's my choice. I support this. Sampson's at the line. Makes that free throw. Makes the second free throw. So now it's actually 93-92. Rockets with the lead. They get the ball back, in fact. Sampson misses that shot right there, and Alex English is running the court. Makes that shot. Making it 94-93. Nuggets with the lead. Olajuwon gets the bucket and the foul. Makes the free throw. Three-point play. 96-94, Rockets with the lead. We are in Houston, by the way. T.R. Dunn driving, passes it out to Fat Lever. Can't penetrate. Not quite. Actually, he does he does slip by Gus Williams and makes that bucket, tying the game up at 96. 30 seconds left to go. Gus Williams passing it to Sampson. Makes the shot. 2-point lead for the Rockets. Let's see if Alex English can respond. He cannot get the bucket to fall. And Olajuwon gets the rebound. If he sinks these free throws, it's pretty much over. He misses the first. It actually isn't over no matter what happens here. Let's see if he gets this one at least. He does. 99-96. And the Nuggets have a chance here. Fat Lever running down. Takes the three-pointer. Misses. Nuggets get the rebound. Issel with the three-point shot attempt. It's way off. Rockets get the rebound. And that would be it. The final score would be 101-98. Ralph Sampson with 29 and 10. Olajuwon with 22-15. That left shrimp had, I think, 15 points? 13 points. So, pretty nice. That was a fun game. That was a fun bit of action there between the Rockets and the Nuggets. As we check out the Hawks. So the Hawks are 20 and 39. This is what I was talking about before. Remember they were like 5 and something. They were like 5 and 25 maybe? They were really bad. They had only like 5 wins in like 35 games. And now they're 20 and 39. I guess the little things that I've done along the way have held. The little tweaks I've done, if you notice in past videos. Here, they lose to the Mavericks 111-103. I can't even jump into that game. It wasn't close enough. But yeah, at this point, I suddenly became interested in the Hawks because, wait, what was their record? I think I got it wrong the first time. The Mavericks are, oh, okay, that's not right. says the Mavericks are the 1 seed, but it should be the Lakers. The Lakers are 52-8. Mavericks are 54-10. Really, really good teams. The Jazz, for some reason, are the 3 seed. If I stop pressing buttons, I can actually tell you what the standings are. Jazz are the 3 seed, even though they shouldn't be. Some glitch stuff happening there. The Rockets are 45-16. Clippers are the 5 seed. Okay, so the Hawks have 20 wins, 40 losses, which is incredible considering where they were at just a month or maybe 2 months before that point. Now it's March 12th, 1986, and the Hawks are playing the Nuggets. This is looking like a close one. Let's see if it remains close. The Nuggets are actually pulling away, so we won't be able to jump into that game. The Nuggets win. So the Hawks are trying to get that 8 seed, trying to make something good happen out of what started out as a really, really horrible season for them. There could be some silver linings here if they can at least get the 8 seed in the playoffs, right? I mean, I'm sure there are some that would rather have them tank, some Hawks fans, right? Tank for some bonus or whatever. But the fact that they're playing their hearts out and trying to get the 8 seed is and succeeding is really quite something. Here we got Lakers versus Bullets, and this might be a game we can jump into. 52 seconds left to go in the game. Lakers have a 3-point lead. Let's see if the Bullets can hang with these guys. Byron Scott's handling the ball around the arc. He passes it to Magic, and he makes that bucket right there. We haven't really not seen much Lakers because they are too good and they're blowing everybody out. Jeff Rulin makes that bucket. 102.99. Lakers after an intentional foul. Byron Scott makes the one free throw but misses the other. And now the Bullets are desperate to make something happen with 20 seconds left to go in the game. John Stockton handling the ball, passing it to Jeff Rulin. He's posting up his defender. I think that's James Worthy. He misses the shot, and Worthy gets the rebound. Rulin fouls. James Worthy misses the first free throw. I mean, it really doesn't matter. There's 11 seconds left to go in the game. The Bulls are pretty much out of this. Let's see if James Worthy can make this free throw here. And he doesn't. So there's a little bit of hope here for the Bullets as they have the ball. A made shot right there makes it 103-101. After a foul, the Lakers have a chance to put this away. Magic Johnson makes the first free throw, makes the second, and yes, that'll pretty much do it for the Bullets. 23-23-23. Wilkes, Magic Johnson, and James Worthy had 23 points apiece for the Lakers. John Stockton was actually the scoring leader for the Bullets with 19 points. That's a bit surprising. So, but good for him. You know, he's doing work out there. The Nets, by the way, they are the team that actually is holding the 8 seed, the 8th spot in the East right now, with 21 wins and I believe 40 losses. And here they are playing the Cavaliers, March 12, 1986. It's 84-83 Cavaliers, 103 left to go in the game. So let's jump into the Cavaliers-Nets. I really don't remember much about the Cavaliers roster, but Birdsong on the Nets, I definitely remember him. He gets that layup to fall. 85-84, Nets with the 1-point lead. And the Cavaliers, let's see if they got some magic here. I think that's Roy Hinson. He drives, makes the bucket, gets fouled. I hope that's Hinson, because I don't really want to go back and check. Yeah, that's Hinson. Yeah. Hinson makes the free throw, 87-85. Man, I am struggling here. I'm trying to stay awake. I want to get this done. Cook handling the ball for the Nets. Passes it to Birdsong. Throws up a wild shot. Almost got the rebound. Buck Williams does get the rebound. And he makes the bucket. Tied at 87. Eddie Johnson, I believe. Oh, right. He misses that shot, and this is going to go into overtime, believe it or not. Otis Birdsong with the pull-up J, sinks it, 89-87. Birdsong is still doing his thing, which I love to see. Eddie Johnson misses that shot for the Cavaliers. Dawkins with the rebound, still 89-87. Johnson on the other team. Oh no. There's It's finally happened. Eddie Johnson is playing against Eddie Johnson. There's two Eddie Johnsons in the NBA, as I glossed over the fact that the Cavaliers just scored. Birdsong from the elbow just about makes that shot. 93-89 is the score. The Nets have a lead. 2 minutes left to go in the game. Cavaliers missed that shot, and Dawkins gets the rebound. The Nets are in transition, and Eddie Johnson of the Nets dunks the ball. 100-95 will be the final score. The Nets win the game. Bagley had 20 points for the Cavs. Will be free. Was he out there? He might have been fouled out. I didn't see Will be free out there, but I could have glossed over him. Lakers at Nuggets. Yeah, my voice is gonna. That's gonna be my voice at the end of this video. It's this. Lakers at Nuggets. Let's check this game out. Missed shot there for the Lakers. Calvin Nat, who's kind of low-key an exciting player to watch in these sims. Tie ball game at 96. 45 seconds left to go in the game. Fat Lever is handling the ball. He's got some decisions to make, but he's going to take his time as Nat pulls up, misses the shot. Wilkes with the rebound, and the Lakers have the ball with 27 seconds left to go in the game. Michael Cooper passing it to Kareem. Misses that shot, gets his own rebound though, and wisely decides to keep the ball. Don't put it back in there and give the Nuggets a chance at a possession. Michael Cooper is holding the ball now. 10 seconds left to go in the game. Let's see what Cooper decides to do. He passes it to Magic Johnson, who sinks the potential game winner, 98-96. Let's see if the Nuggets can respond to that, as Calvin Nat passes it to Alex English, who misses the deep three, and that would be the end of the game. The Lakers would go on to defeat the Nuggets 98-96. Of course, if you remember earlier in the season, the Nuggets gave the Lakers their first defeat. And believe it or not, I think the Lakers have like only 8 losses at this point, and it's mid-March. So the Lakers are doing unbelievable stuff. As we check on the Hawks again, because I am very curious to see if they can actually make the playoffs. They're facing a Sacramento Kings who are also trying to get an 8th spot in the West. So we got 8th spot in the West versus 8th spot in the East. Playoff hopes on the line for both teams as we sim through this, and let's see if this game is going to be jump worthy. It looks like it's not going to be. 121-104 is the final score. The Hawks beat the Kings. So the Hawks, I missed it. The Hawks, I don't know if they are in the 8th spot yet, but they are threatening to be, as we check to see if we can jump into a Bullets versus Bulls game. I think we've done this before. And this one's not even close. 116-89 would be the final score of this game. The Bullets are 53-13. Good Lord. They kind of started off slow. Now they're running away with the 1 seed. And then some. They're like 7 games ahead of the next team, it looks like. Nets at Pistons. We do want to pay attention to the Nets and the Hawks because the 8th seed is on the line. We know what the Nets can do in the playoffs. We know what Birdsong can do in the playoffs. And we also know what the Hawks can do. Both would be fun teams to see in the playoffs as the 8th seed if either of them make it. But the Pistons beat the Nets there. So the Nets' playoff hopes are dwindling away as we maybe check out Rockets versus Hawks. Hawks are 22-43. I mean, not a great record at all, but they have a legit shot at making that 8th seed. And looks like the Hawks have a lead here, but it's being closed in on. The Rockets actually end up coming back and beating the Hawks 102-94. So, all right, let me really pay attention to these standings. Lakers are the 1 seed. Bullets are the 1 seed in the East. You got the Clippers at 36-31. The Blazers at 36-32. Jazz are 33-36. I'm all over the place. Nuggets are 36-32. Houston Rockets are 48-19. The Kings are 25-42. Spurs 13-56. 13 wins, 56 losses. I don't know why I'm doing it by division right now. If I can get off the screen, that'd be great. But I captured this a few days ago, and I can't tell my past self to stop doing some dumb shit here. Bulls are leading the Central Division. The Bulls are leading the Atlantic Division. I really don't know why I did this. I don't know what I was trying to prove by staying in these screens, or why I even edited it this way. I'm sorry, guys. The Hawks, though, they are 22 and 44. The Cavs are only one game behind the Hawks. That's kind of interesting. I'm hoping we jump back into the conference standings in a hot minute here. But we can see from there that the Kings have the 8th spot in the West. And yeah, I did not handle that well, but I'm pretty sure we check out the standings later on this video. I mean, we see the playoff standings at the end of the video, so you know, nothing to worry about there. Mavericks versus Bulls is March 25th, 1986. Let's see if this game could be a game possibly worth jumping into. Looks like the Mavs are running away with it. I'm showing you this because I'm trying to show you why we're speeding along through the season as quickly as we are. Here we got the 24 and 46 Hawks versus the 25 and something Nets. Let's see if we can jump into this game. It's actually now April 1st. At this point, I was trying to jump into a lot more games. I have a lot of footage like this where it's just a simulation that just goes on and never becomes close, never becomes interesting, or a game that comes down to the wire. The Hawks now hold the 8th seed, by the way. They beat the Nets, and now they have the 8th seed. And this is quite crazy. Let's see if the Hawks can hold on to the 8th seed as they now play the Cavaliers. It's April 2nd. It's the very next day. They're maintaining a nice lead, and they might be able to hold it. Let's see if they can. I don't think we actually jump into this. Did we jump into this? Okay, now we do. 18 seconds left to go in the game. 115-114. The Hawks with a 1-point lead. The Cavaliers have a chance. To... Oh, there's Will Be Free. Chance to take the lead. Let's see if they can. Will Be Free misses that jumper. And yeah, the Hawks will go on to win this game. John Koncak with the rebound. He does miss that shot, that free throw, but you know, if the Cavs don't have any timeouts left, it doesn't really matter what happens here. But let's see if Koncak can at least make this free throw. He does. 116-114. I don't think they have any more timeouts left. Nope. Cavs have no timeouts left. And that'd be the end of that game. So the Hawks beat the Cavaliers. They're starting to solidify their spot in the playoffs. They were at one point the worst team in the East, and now they have the 8th seed in the East, and they might lock it down by the end of the season and hold on to it. I don't think we've jumped into. We might have jumped into one Sixers Celtics game this season before. We've been watching a lot of Sixers Celtics games in the regular season, in past seasons, and why not jump into another one this season, 1986, as Julius Erving makes that free throw, making it 91-87. The Sixers with the lead, 106 left to go in the game in the fourth quarter. As this timeout screen, I don't know why I am hanging on to the. I usually cut through this. I usually cut this footage, but for some reason we are just watching these players huddle around, huddle about during this timeout. Okay. Wow, I usually cut that. You know, I probably should have, because this is a 59-minute, 25-second video. And I don't know, did I stop caring? What happened here? I don't know. Dennis Johnson passes to Danny Ainge, who misses that three-pointer. Moses Malone with the rebound. Andrew Toney passing it, gets the ball back, makes the layup. Tony's becoming a really, really fun player to watch for the Sixers. Larry Bird with the mid-range baseline jumper. He misses that shot, and I believe Bobby Jones got the rebound. And this game will be over. Not much there really to see, but just wanted to see a little bit of Sixers Celtics. 95-91 is the final score. Sixers win. And yeah, let's see what else we can do before the season's all over. Man, the Lakers have 65 wins and 9 losses. if you could believe it. 65-9. They have a chance to win 70 games and possibly more. So let's see if they can do that. They have a pretty good lead against the Mavericks right now, who also have a really good record. I forgot what it was though, because I don't know. I don't know why I forgot. But Lakers win that game, and now they face the Rockets. At this point, I'm interested in seeing if they actually do win 70 games or more in this season. The Lakers are blowing out the Rockets. See, if you're wondering why we didn't see that many Lakers games, it's not just that they, hold on. Let me get through these standings. Bullets, Sixers, Bucks, Celtics, Bulls, Pistons, Knicks, Hawks. With the top 8 seeds, the Nets are 2 games back from the Hawks. I'm sure the Cavaliers are even further down because we don't even see them on screen at this point. They are most likely the 10 seed. Lakers, Mavericks, Jazz, Rockets, Blazers, Nuggets, Clippers, lockdown playoff spots. Those are the top 7 seeds, and the Sonics have the 8th spot for now, which has big implications, actually. You might remember why. The Jazz shouldn't be the 3 seed, but they are. We'll talk about that a little bit later. The Hawks, though, it's really, look at all those L's in the beginning of the season. They really only had 5 wins up through Christmas, and then starting January 7th, they've won about 24 games. They're like, I can't do the math real quick here, but they've won 24 games since January 7th, which is pretty incredible. They're 29-48, and they are 2 games ahead in the playoff picture. So that's really great for them. It's great to see that, as we see here for a little bit anyway. They have the 8th seed, possibly locked down. There's another Hawks Nets game. This would really seal the deal. If they could beat the Nets here, as we sim through it, April 13th, 1986. The Nets do have a lead going into the second quarter. After halftime, let's see if the Hawks have any comeback in them. Nope, the Nets win this game. So the Hawks are hanging on for dear life. How about the Sixers? This is not an easy team to beat. Not an easy team to play, and especially after losing to the Nets. Let's see if they can. This is a nope. Okay, Sixers pull away. So the Hawks just lost. They just lost 2 in a row. They're 29-50. I don't know where the Nets are at this point, but the other storyline is that the Lakers are 69-9. Here it is. Will they win their 70th game against the Clippers? Will we get to see it? I don't know. We might not. And actually, the Clippers are going to beat the Lakers. So Lakers now have 10 losses finally in this season, as we're almost done with the season. Cavs versus Hawks. This is kind of a big one because the Hawks can't afford to lose any more games if they want to have that 8th seed locked down. Let's see if it looks like they're going to beat the Cavs. Looks like it. 107 left to go. Okay, yeah, they beat the Cavs. Looks like 128-125 was the final score there. Let's see what else we move on to. So yeah, the Lakers are 69-10. They have a chance to win 70 games. The Mavericks are 64-15. Again, the Jazz should be the 7th seed, and they're not. I don't like that. Rockets 55-25. Blazers are 43-36. Clippers and Nuggets are the 6 and 7 seeds, and the Supersonics. The Supersonics right now have the 8th seed. What that means is that they wouldn't be in the lottery if they made the playoffs, and the Celtics have their pick. If you remember, in real life, I've talked about this in previous videos, but the Celtics got Len Bias in the 86 draft because they had the Supersonics draft pick. But if the Sonics make the playoffs, the chances for the Celtics to get Len Bias or any top pick in the 86 draft gets dramatically... the odds get dramatically worse for them. Let's just say that, if that ends up happening. So that's something to look out for. The Bullets have won 61 games in the season as we reach we're going to reach the end of the season. The Lakers end up winning 71 games. Let's see if they can get 72-10. If they beat the Supersonics, they have 72 wins. They'd be the greatest team of all time, at least in the regular season, by winning 72, and they do. So the Lakers are 72-10 to finish the season. The Nets had 28 wins, 54 losses. They lost to the Knicks in the last day. The Nuggets and the Clippers both are 43-39. Bulls are 62-20. Bucks are 50-32. The Mavericks, 67 wins for them. We still have a Blazers and Suns game. The Suns, we never jumped into any of their games because they were terrible. They only have 15 wins for the whole season. Let's go into the awards. The season is over. Magic Johnson ends up winning MVP. I don't disagree with that. I mean, we didn't get to really see the Lakers very much, but when his team wins 72 games, I can't argue against this. He had 22 points. He averaged 22 points per game, 12.6 assists per game, and 7.9 rebounds. And the All-NBA first team, Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, Alex English, Larry Bird, and Hakeem Olajuwon are your first NBA All-Team representatives. As we shift to the second team, Michael Jordan, Pat Lever, that's nice to see, Ralph Sampson, Mark Aguirre, Jack Sigma, who we barely saw, are the All-NBA second team. Do we see the third team? Knowing me, I don't know. Knowing past me, I don't really... Okay, there we go. All-NBA third team, Marquez Johnson, Ricky Green, Jeff Rulin, James Worthy, and Moses Malone. Some really solid names there. All defensive first team, Michael Jordan, Sidney Moncrief, Ralph Sampson, Larry Nance, Hakeem Olajuwon, Clyde Drexler, Magic Johnson, Roy Hinson, Larry Bird, and Mark Eaton are your all-defensive second team. All rookies, Karl Malone, Patrick Ewing, Jeff Malone. Jeff Malone? What the hell? Roy Hinson, Wayman Tisdale. I don't know why Jeff Malone's in there. What did I do? did I mess up somewhere? Chris Mullen, Xavier McDaniel, Melvin Turpin. I couldn't get all that. But here's the standings for the playoffs. Well, I guess we'll see them in a second. What else am I looking at here? What am I looking at here? What did I do here? Ewing. Checking out Ewing. Oh, that's right. Right. Here's what happened. I forgot to see who the Rookie of the Year was. I forgot to instead of pressing the right button, right? I pressed advance, which is a big mistake on my part. As you see here, Patrick Ewing did not win Rookie of the Year. And now I have to figure out who did. I mean, it's not that hard to figure out. If it's not Ewing, it's going to be Karl Malone. Let's confirm that right there. Karl Malone did win Rookie of the Year in 1986. So that puts that question to rest. What else do we have to look at? Defensive Player of the Year? I think that would be the next thing that I missed. And as you see here, Moncrief won it 3 years in a row, but he didn't win it in 1986. Now I got to figure out who would have won Defensive Player of the Year, because I want y'all to have that information, because usually we just see it, but I missed it this time, and I have to hunt and figure out. It wasn't Jordan. Jordan was not the Defensive Player of the Year for 1986, although he's racking up some nice accolades for himself, despite only being in the league for 2 years. Who could it have been? Magic Johnson? No. He's made all first team all defense a couple of times, but wasn't Defensive Player of the Year. James Worthy, I don't know. Probably not. Charles Barkley, he's only got an all rookie award. Mark Aguirre, he's got a couple of all NBAs, but nothing in defense. I don't know. Who was it? Buck Williams? Nope. I really was who the hell would it have been? I was really racking my brain. It wasn't Alex English. Wasn't anybody on the Pacers. It could have been Isaiah Thomas, but it wasn't. He was second team all defense last year. He didn't even make the all defense team in 1986. I don't think it would have been Bill Laimbeer or Kelly Tripucka. And here we go. There it is. Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem Olajuwon in his second season wins Defensive Player of the Year. That is fun to see. That is fun to find out. I'm actually kind of glad I found out that way. I mean, of course, this is the long, long way. I took the long road to find out who won Defensive Player of the Year. And then we need to find out who won Sixth Man. And there's generally a pretty easy way to do this. I find it's just to look at the points per game leaders and then just find the guys who aren't starters, right? So these guys are all starters. Alex English was the league leader in points. By the way, as we look through this, Terry Cummings wouldn't have been the Sixth Man of the Year. I don't know why I thought it would be him, but I'm just kind of hunting, trying to figure out who it could have been. Wouldn't be any of these guys because they are all starters. Or Bernard King. All these guys are starters as well. So if you think you spot the Sixth Man of the Year before I do, let me know if you end up spotting him before I do. Jeff Rulin, at this point I'm just changing player, pressing R1 to try to find the guy. It's not Jeff Malone, not Otis Birdsong, Karl Malone. It's not Jack Sikma. Where the hell is the Sixth Man of the Year? I can't. This is. I'm going to make sure I never let this happen again. By the way, this is a really bad way to find these things out, and I'm sure it makes for a rather boring segment in this video, which probably might be my worst video. This might go down as my worst video of all my videos in this series. So I apologize for that, but we're still trying to find the Sixth Man of the Year. There he is, Albert King. Albert King of the New Jersey Nets won Sixth Man of the Year in 1986, and and there you have it. So that's pretty much all the awards we need to know. There's Executive of the Year, Coach of the Year, but I mean, you can probably guess. I would guess that the Lakers coach was the Coach of the Year, and yeah, so. I'm happy to provide you that information. Hakeem Olajuwon is the rebounding leader for the season. Bill Laimbeer, Ralph Sampson, Moses Malone, and Jack Sikma round out the rebounding leaders. Even Sam Bowie with 11 rebounds a game. That's nice to see him up there. Charles Barkley, Buck Williams, Jeff Rulin. It's a good bunch. Good bunch right there. Good bunch of rebounders. Assists, Magic Johnson, your MVP is the leader in assists. John Stockton, 11.7 assists per game. He ties Fat Lever with 11.7. And Ennis Watley had 10.8 for the Suns. He plays for the Suns now. I don't know if I even mentioned that in any of my other videos, but yeah, he used to play for the Bulls. We saw him quite a bit in the previous season. We were watching Michael Jordan so much. In those Bulls games, but he plays for the Suns now. And yeah, I'm just looking at other league leaders in other categories. Darrell Griffith was the 3-point. He shot 48% from 3, but he only took 0.3 attempts. I wonder, do I look at who took the most attempts? Yeah, Jay Humphries. Okay, all right. That is that for league leaders and awards. Do I finally look at the standings here? Probably not. Or the playoff bracket. Let's look at the standings. Lakers 72-10, Mavericks 67-15. The Jazz shouldn't be the 3 seed, but they faced the Nuggets. That's still not a bad matchup. It's not like they should have been the 8 seed. If it was Sonics versus Nuggets, I'd be a bit more upset. Of course, it's still not great for this to happen, but yeah, it's not great. Rockets won 55 games. They should be the 3 seed facing the Nuggets or the Blazers or something. Blazers are the 5 seed. Clippers are the 7 seed. And the Sonics make the playoffs. They beat the tiebreaker over the Kings. The Kings almost made the playoffs. But the Sonics do. They had 28 wins, 54 losses, and they make the playoffs, which is a terrible win-loss record for 8 seed. Might be the worst one. I think the Bulls in the mid-'80s might have actually been this season. in real life that the Bulls were like 30-52 and they made the playoffs, or maybe it was 32-50. I can't remember. It was the season where Jordan was out for almost the entirety of the season. So yeah, but the Sonics make the playoffs, and that means that that Len Bias will most definitely not end up being a Boston Celtic because they do not have a lottery pick. The Celtics, they don't have a lottery pick in the 86 draft. So there you have it. I mean, they still have a pretty good draft pick. Top 10, most likely. But lottery pick, it's not going to happen for them. So, yep. So those are your Western Conference playoff contenders. Lakers versus Sonics. Clippers versus Mavericks. Nuggets versus Jazz. Blazers versus Rockets. Suns, Spurs, and Warriors are your worst teams. They're the worst teams in the West. Here's the East, finally. Bullets, 62-20. 76ers won 59 games. The Bucks are the 3 seed at 50-32. Celtics are 56-26. The 86 Celtics in this sim only win 56 games. I'm pretty sure they were 69-13 in real life. The Bulls, Pistons, Knicks, and Hawks. The Hawks, they are the ones who round out the Eastern Conference playoff seeds. The Nets just miss out. Actually, the Nets ended up 3 games behind the Hawks. It's crazy. It's crazy to think that the Hawks, with the way they started their season, I mean, I think I repeated this like several times, but it's just crazy. It's crazy what happened. But and also the Knicks, 34-48. That is not great. They made that trade for Sleepy Floyd, and they were only a couple of games below 500, and they kind of like just had a terrible second half of the season. So that is not great for the Knicks. So but they still made the playoffs as a 7th seed. So, but they're probably going to get hammered by the Sixers in the playoffs. You got Bullets versus Hawks, Knicks versus Sixers, Pistons versus Bucks, and Bulls versus Celtics. Bulls versus Celtics is going to be really nice. Really nice matchup. I think there must be a rule where the Central Division champion has to be in the top 3 seeds. That's probably what it is, but that doesn't explain why the Jazz are the 3 seed. That still doesn't make any sense. The Jazz shouldn't be the 3 seed. There must be some sort of glitch. My guess is that because in 2022, in 2022 in real life, right? In modern day NBA, we have 3 divisions. In the West, there's Pacific, Northwest, and Southwest. I'm thinking the problem is the Jazz are in the Northwest in 2022, and there's no Southwest division in 1986. But maybe the computer or whatever, the algorithm of NBA2K is still thinking that there's 3 divisions when there's 2. And maybe that's why Utah Jazz are the 3 seed. I don't know. This is just me trying to find some sort of explanation as to why that glitch is happening. But once again, this is the draft prospects: Rodman, Sabonis, Petrovic, Doherty, Len Bias, Chuck Person, Kenny Walker. And as you can see there, as things stand, the Warriors would actually get Len Bias. Brad Doherty could potentially land on the Mavericks. The Mavericks have a top 5 pick. Potentially. The Mavericks potentially have a top 5 pick. That's pretty insane because they are 67-15. So that is quite nuts. Dennis Rodman could be the number 1 pick. Sabonis could be on the Spurs. Yeah, a lot of exciting things are happening in the league. And in the next video, we're going to be following the playoffs from the first round to the conference finals. So stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe to my channel. And I'm going to go to sleep. Thank you guys. Good night.